Day 45 of my journey. I've started exploring Ilium Lois, and I got these eyes of the priestess so I could see invisible things. There's a lot of stuff here that's still frozen, and I can't get to it unless I could do something about this blizzard. And among other things, overall, this place is pretty treacherous. But if you pardon the pun, it's pretty cool. I rather like the design of this place so far. And with that being said, all I can really do is get up and keep on going. What's going on there, everybody? Hope you're having a fantastic morning, because I most certainly am. My name is Azurblade, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2. You remember how at the end of the last episode I'd say I'd explore the inner wall, right? Well, I lied. I just remembered something. We have to go back to the first bonfire. Because I forgot that you can't get rid of the blizzard until you defeat the first boss at the very beginning of this place. So that's what I'm gonna do. And now you got summon signs out here since you've done all the stuff that I did last video. So with that being said, it's time for the boss. So here's what I'm going to do. Actually, I think I'm going to show off that new miracle we got last episode. Let me go get that real quick. Alright, now that I'm back here again, let's buff ourselves before going into the boss. And just do this. Alright. And now for my other sword. Oh, I don't have lightning pine resin equipped. Oh well, it's fine. Now let's do this thing. Just head over here. I'm sorry, but I got no choice. And now it's time for the first boss. Aava, the king's pet. A giant saber-toothed tiger made completely out of ice. I like this guy. He's pretty cool. Hardy har har. Funny, I know. Nice try. But because I'm power stancing, I do a lot of damage. Now, this guy doesn't really sit still all that much, so I don't think I'm gonna get much mileage out of this. But yeah, splintering lightning spear is a pretty neat miracle. It's not the strongest in the game, but it's a novel thing. I like it. Alright, and oh, there's some good damage. Hey, I dodged that one. Cool. Let's see, how about sunlight spear? Ow! Let's try that again. Yep, like every other boss in the DLCs, he's pretty much immune to lightning. I mean, he'll take lightning damage, sure, but it's next to none. So yeah, lightning is not gonna have an easy time in the DLCs, which is unfortunate, like I said, but what can you do? No! Bad tiger. I don't like this. I don't like having to kill a tiger, because the tiger is one of my favorite animals on this planet. My number one favorite is the wolf, but I always liked the tiger. I thought the tiger was a cool animal. Oh yeah, they can do this. Just dodge those, and no! Nice try. The thing about this boss is that they don't really sit still too often, so you really gotta make sure you dodge their attacks, because that's your best window of opportunity to get some hits in. And no! Bad tiger. Ugh, you have no health. Get out of here. Sorry, Aava. I hate having to put you down like that, but what can you do? Soul of Aava, the king's pet. Let's read up on this thing's lore. Soul of Aava, who served the Ivory King. Each of the Ivory King's 7 beasts was conferred a specific duty. Aava's was the guardianship of the king's beloved child of dark. This wondrous soul of this beast can be used to get an item or many souls. And you can't open this door, so you can't do anything there, so let's head on forward and see what this child of dark is that this king loves so much. Just head up these here stairs and open the front gate after making sure there's no items on the sides. Open sesame. Hey, I still have a lot of my Estus flasks still. The Grand Cathedral. And bonfire! And I'm assuming that's a statue of the Child of Dark that item description mentioned. And you have a frozen treasure chest over there, so let's open the second door and go say hello. Huh. The throne room, huh? That's cool. Let's have a conversation with her.
To think Aava could be bested. Who are you? This land is barren, cursed by the old chaos. It gave birth to atrocities, and the people fled in fear, until our Lord, the Ivory King, came. My dear Lord, a most true king. It was with his magnificent soul that he built Aava Lois and contained the spread of chaos. But the chaos would not be sated, and the king gave his own soul. Inevitably, the king was drained of vigor and plunged into the chaos's heart. Aava Lois was frozen in time, its leader lost. I remain here to contain the chaos, honoring my lord's wishes. Perhaps one day he will return. There is nothing here save that accursed flame. I have but one wish, that my dear lord might be freed from that unspeakable chaos. I haven't the strength to help him myself, but perhaps one such as you, though I am yet to know your name, stranger. Will you lend me your strength? Kind visitor, I thank you. Let me open the path to chaos. And please, do all you can.
And there you go. Alsana's seal is undone, and the winds of Aava Lois are ceased. So that means all those frozen treasure chests that you saw are now available. So we have to do backtracking. Yay! My favorite thing in a video game ever. Blag. So what I'm gonna do is backtrack through the areas that I've went through already and get all the items. And I will speed this up so you can see the process of me getting them. Because I know some people have a tendency of struggling if they don't see the pathway leading to items. I occasionally have this problem myself, so I understand it. So I'm gonna play some music and have that epic music for no reason text spinning in the middle of the screen, and it will pause every time I see an item. The first new item you can get is over in here. Open this here treasure chest, and behind this place is a ladder. So first is Soul Flash, which is obviously a sorcery. Soul Flash. Was it Soul Flash? Yes, it was. One of the ancient sorceries that were lost when Aava Lois froze over. Rapidly fire a barrage of small souls, intended to protect its caster more than damage enemies. And over here is a Northwarder armor set. Neat. The next items on our list is over here. You got these dead bodies right here. Golden bomb, fruit, dried root, and retainer staff. Neat. And here's 3 more treasure chests. Inside treasure chest number 1 is a soul vessel. Blag. Pretty mediocre stuff. Inside treasure chest number 2, you have the sorcerer's twin blade. Think of the blue flame longsword, but as a twin blade. And number 3, you got 2 divine blessings. That's alright. And here's our next item. You remember this place, right? Just gotta light these bad boys. And then this door shall be opened. And there's gonna be some pretty annoying enemies behind this door, so be prepared. So what I'm gonna do is buff myself a Sacred Oath, as well as Sunlight Blade. Yeah, I wanted to do that attack. Thanks for that game. Okay. Now that you've got that open, just open this illusory wall over here, so you can go up here and deal with a couple enemies that are going to pester you while you deal with the actual threats. And you get a Bone Fist, which is a very fun melee weapon. I like it a lot. Okay, now that those 2 are defeated, now you just go to the other side, and look who it is! It's Mr. Flexile Sentry. You remember this guy from the base game, right? He was kind of annoying, but nothing too bad. Well, now you gotta deal with him in the DLC for some reason. Why? I have no idea. But he's almost dead, so it's not a problem. No! Bad enemy! Okay, just wait for him to stop attacking, and bring him down. Just trade some damage. Not a problem. Nice try. Let's backstab you. Lots of damage. But, yeah, the Flexile Sentry is back, but he had a buddy in here with him, so we gotta deal with him too. So let's get this here item, a human effigy. Nice. But the nice thing is, since it's a base game enemy, he's not super resistant to lightning. Just kidding. I lied. He's actually one of the few base game enemies that doesn't take all that much lightning damage. Plus, it also helps that he's not completely submerged in water for a change. Because every time you fight him in the base game, just about, he's knee-deep in water, which helps with his lightning damage. So, yeah, you don't have that advantage this time around, sadly, but they're not too bad. Just a few well-placed hits and he'll fall down like all the others. And you get the Garrison Ward Key, which, that's not going to be a fun place to go, but I'm not gonna explore the area that this key goes to until a later video. But I will open that door. And here's where the Garrison Ward Key, or whatever that thing is called. Yep, Garrison Ward Key. It leads to this bonfire. And you can go into this coffin here. Don't do it right now. That is a horrible idea. You want to wait until you completed this DLC, pretty much. I'm not going to have it be the last thing I do, because I refuse to end this DLC on such an awful note, though. And now that you've got the treasure chests unfrozen, everything in here is fresh for the taking. Ow! So with that being said, oh, excuse you, where did you come from? Get out of here, you frickin' weirdo. Okay, now, is one of them a mimic? Yep, this one is. Just run back and wait for it to do that leap attack. And there it goes. Easy. And you get the Katarina armor. Yay! With that, you have the entire Katarina set. So let's open these chests. And you get a Titanite slab in here. Okay, that's not a mimic. What's inside treasure chest? Number 2. We got old Radiant Life Gems. Okay, that's not a mimic. And that's not a mimic. But both of them are not mimics. Excellent. But yeah, there's 5 treasure chests in here, and only a single one of them is a mimic. I say that's how it should be, so that you don't have to just... It keeps you second guessing. I mean, it's common enough to where you think about it, but it's rare enough to where it can still catch you off guard. And here we got this treasure chest. What's inside here? Hopefully something good. Elizabeth mushrooms. I keep forgetting to use those. They're really good healing items, but I have so many that they just kind of slip my mind. Okay, now that I'm back here again, it's time to go exploring over this way. Now that the path forward is no longer frozen. So let's go down this really tiny elevator and watch our footing, because this thing is probably really slippery. And just go down here, and now we're near the bottom of this place. And now I introduce you one of my least favorite enemies in this entire game. These rabbits in the snow with a bunch of icicles for spikes. I don't like them. Not one bit. Alright, let's try this again. Wow, that did like no damage. Okay, well, that finished them off, so it's alright. Golden Fruit Bomb, Monastery Charm, and more importantly, my souls. I gotta get those back. And once I get to the next bonfire, then I'll level up. Not that I need it at this point, but it's always fun to get even stronger in these games. Because I'm that type of player that doesn't care about meta levels. Especially in this game with soul memory being a thing, it just feels like you're willingly choosing to weaken yourself compared to other people. I mean, I know there is the ring that doesn't let you absorb souls and to get kills, but I don't know, man. I'm just not a fan of purposely not getting stronger. That's not really a thing that's not a belief I subscribe to when it comes to Dark Souls, because these games are hard enough as it is. Old Growth Bomb, and I'm gonna go ahead and use a life gem. And now we can take care of... Is he fat rolling? No, he's not fat rolling. That was just his miracle. I'm going to die. Yep, I'm dead. Lovely. Wow. Alright, now that I'm back here again, really? Come on. Thank you. I want to take care of those things before I have to worry about this stupid invader. Oh, he took fall damage. What was the plan there? I'm genuinely curious. What was the plan there? That was not a backstab. Are you kidding me? Oh, he's using Heavenly Thunder. That's rough, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna need you to not fat roll away from me, please. Okay. Ow. That actually really hurt. Die! Yeah, there's some good damage. And no, you don't. What do you mean that missed? That one didn't, though. Frickin' invaders. I don't like you invaders. Never have. I missed. I freaking missed. Lovely. Head up. Thank you. Okay, now, what is this item? Amber herbs. 5 of them. Well, I could always use more spell restoration stuff, so I'll take it. And there he goes. I don't want to deal with these stupid spiky hedgehog rabbit things any more than I already have to. Why are you not dead? How did that miss? Hit him! Thank you! Frickin' pest? I hate those things. They're not my most hated enemy in the game, but they're definitely top 5. Okay, get up the ladder, please. Because, ow. That was not nice. Okay, he's dead. Now, what you want to do next is go this way and go to the left. Because if you head over this way, then over here you have a very welcome bonfire. I'm glad to see that. Now, most times I would rest at a bonfire, but I do not want to respawn all those enemies. So I'm just going to ingest some life gems, and I'm going to continue on forward. Because these enemies are not fun to fight. So, yeah, that's my reasoning there. Now, what you want to do next is go over here and see if you can hit this guy with some spells of your own. Like a Sunlight Spear. Ugh. And down he goes. Excellent. Is this a mimic? It sure isn't. That's good. Open sesame. What do we got? We have some bolt stones. It's alright, but I don't really need them anymore, so... The option's there, I guess? Oh boy, I remember this part. You want to buff yourself for this. So, get your pine resin of choice ready, and in this case, it's going to be rotten pine resin. Yeah, I'm using this stuff, as weird as it may be, because you have one of the biggest deceivers of this entire freaking game. So, backstab him and then block this door so he doesn't run that way, and instead he's just gonna run away this way. You might recognize this guy. He is Maldron the Assassin from the Iron King DLC. He likes to run away, and nothing else. He is a very annoying NPC invader. Well, he's not an invader, but he might as well be. So yeah, you want to try and poison him. Attack him! Oh, come on, really? Where do you think? Nope. Come on. No, don't do that! Oh, please hit him. Oh, I'm so happy that hit him. I thought I was using Great Lightning Spear, but I wasn't. But it took him down, and that's all that matters. That guy is really annoying, and you really want to take him out as quickly as possible, which I thankfully did with little to no issue. Okay, now that you've taken care of Mr. Assassin Dude, what you can do next is... Okay, is there any illusory walls here? No. I think that's just another pathway that he can go down. You want to open this door. So pull this lever, and then you can drop down here. Whee! And take fall damage from that dinky little fall, because fall damage is ridiculous in this game. Wow! And now we're in a cave. A very cold-looking cave with some ice crystals. What you want to do is use an amber herb to get some of your spells back. Because there's going to be a very familiar looking foe ahead. So let's buff ourselves a Sacred Oath. Not that we really need it. Because if you go in here, then look, it's Baba the Judd from Earthen Peak. Good to see you again, dude. Now. Okay, now let's do this. Yaw! Because he can't get out of the way fast enough. Not that lightning does all that much damage to him, of course. I just wanted to show that off. So now just wait for Baba the Jet to attack, and then you hit him back. He is a very tanky boy, so it's gonna take a couple hits to bring him down. Just watch out for his tail attack too, because that is probably the one attack he's got in his arsenal that can actually catch you off guard. So let's take a double sip of the old flask so I don't die to this buffoon. Your lore is some of the most crazy and out there lore in this freaking game. This man really ate himself to this size to try and win the heart of the snake lady. I don't understand the thought process there. Unless she was a chubby chaser, which in that case, more power to you, but just no. That's not a good idea. Ivory Warrior Ring. I don't remember what this ring does. Let's see. Attacks greatly reduce enemy stamina. Ring of the Guardians of Ilium Lois. Attacks greatly decrease enemy stamina. Ilium Lois existed to subdue the raging flame, but when the ivory gates were flung open, the land grew cold and lifeless. Okay, and we got more dried root here, and I hear more of those hedgehog rabbit things. Crimson water. Smooth and silky stones. Those are always nice. And that's it. Now, if I remember correctly, nope, that's not it. That's the way in. Okay, then the pathway should be over this way. In this little corner over here. Yep, here it is. And there they are. Just watch out for that rolling attack. They kind of remind me of the pinwheel skeletons. Since they're... Yeah, the pinwheel skeletons are in this game, actually. I forgot. The skeleton lords spawned them. So that's not fun. But they're basically a more annoying version of those things. I don't like them. Anything that reminds me of the pinwheel skeletons is an automatic loss in my book. What an annoying enemy. But now that you're done with this here cave, you can go up this pathway here. And you got two pathways. You want to go left first, because the left over here is a shortcut that leads to the previous bonfire. So there you go. You don't have to do a lot more backtracking, because the bonfire's right there. With that done, you want to go back in here and head to the other pathway. Because there's a very, very important thing to do over here. Okay, it's a little later than this. But you recognize these guys? And Forlorn! Are you kidding me? But yeah, it's these golem guys. But these are not friendly. You can kill them. And it's a good idea to do that because dealing with them as well as the enemies is not fun. Why is Forlorn bothering me? That's not fun at all. You're seriously still following me. Go away! Thank you. I hate those things. Okay, now let's run over here and take a double sip of the flask because I refuse to get killed because of this guy's stupid ass invading me out of nowhere. Especially since it's the scythe one, which I seem to struggle with a good deal. No, I don't think so. Let's see. Oh, you're jump attacking. Oh, I missed the backstab. Okay, what are you doing? Oh, right as I went to go break your guard, you do that. You are the worst, Forlorn. Okay, nice try. There's some good damage. I don't like how much HP you have. Nice try. And... oh no. Not good, not good. Okay, let's take a sip of the old flask. And get a double... oh, come on, really? Stop that. No! I am not dying to you again. You killed me enough in Aldea's Keep, you jerk. You frickin' pest. Ay, ay, ay. What even causes him to invade you? I still don't know. I went the wrong way. I would really like to know what causes Forlorn to invade you. Maybe I'll throw some text on screen if I can be bothered to research it. But for right now, I can't be arsed to find out. So let's take care of these stupid enemies first. And there's the golem statue. Just wait for him to attack you and dodge the stupid rabbit over here. Okay, no. I am not dealing with you guys. You can F right off. I don't like him. Don't like him at all. Okay, no. Bad rabbit. Now, attack you, and wait for him to roll, and then take him out. Ow! Okay, that really freaking hurt. But now that those rabbit things are dead, I can deal with the golem and not get turned into a freaking pincushion. Alright, he's almost dead. One more to go. Uh-oh. This is not good. No! Not my souls, you jerk! 5,000 souls is what you took from me, and my dragon rings at risk. And they can drop human effigies, so that's nice. Let's get my equipment back in working order. And roar to the heavens, because I'm angry at the fact that that guy stole my souls. Okay, in all seriousness, let's... Okay, come on. There it is. Roar to the heavens! And let's see how much damage this does. A lot. That's the answer, is a lot. Oh no. See, that's the thing about this place, is that they purposely put all these enemies here that are super annoying next to these golems that can come to life when you kill enemies near them. And they hit you pretty hard themselves. It's not nice. I don't like that level design. It's very mean-spirited. Which, I mean, that's part of the course because it's Dark Souls, but come on. Even for this series, that's a bit much. Okay, just 3 more hits and he should go down, no problem. Let's do a power attack and wait for him to get his stamina back and do his double attack so I can hit him in the butt and bring him down like yesterday's garbage. Pharaoh's Lockstone. Wow, it's been a while since I grabbed one of those. I actually forgot about him. And now you go up this elevator. And this is the last elevator that you should go up for this part. Which I'm very thankful for because I'm tired of waiting on these things. And now you go this way. Not that way, but this way. It's a little easy to think you can't go this way because most of the time you can't go up ledges like this, but in this case, you're good. So just head up here and don't go across that bridge over there just yet. You want to save that for later. Let's just head up this really treacherous pathway here. And you got more of these stupid rabbits. So let's take care of him and take care of you. Ow! Man, I hate you guys so much. The more I fight him, the more I dislike him. It is rare that an enemy manages to do that, but that is a rare case of that happening. Okay, let's take a double life gem. Okay, good. And, oh, I only got one of them. No, I didn't even kill either of them. How are you not dead? No! Ow! You are not killing me. I refuse to do all that crap again. Okay, now drop down and take care of them both with one fell swing. Thank you. I'm almost there. Here's an item over here, and I hear more enemies. What a mean thing that this enemy is. I don't like you. And you got another golem over here, so backstab you into oblivion. Haha. And over here is Vine Bomb. And I've always wanted to go exploring over there. Just explore this whole city. Because, I mean, look how huge Ilium Lois is. There's so much to see, but we only ever get to explore this tiny part of it. I feel like if this game came out 7 or 8 years later, we might have actually been able to explore all that, but sadly, this game came out in 2014, so we only get to explore this tiny portion. But you open this gate, and you got this cool-looking dude over here. And you can free him. And they will use a homeward bone, and a Knight of Ilium Lois seeks the chaos. There's 3 of these guys in this DLC, and that's the first of 3. So that's a big milestone. Now what you want to do is attack this snowball. And now watch as the greatest shortcut in this game is introduced. And it gets to take out all the enemies on the bridge. And whee! You're dead, but you get a shortcut, so yay! I thought it would slide me down, no problem. I hate fall damage in this game so much. And here we are at the shortcut that I showed off earlier. I wanted to come back here because there's some items over here. Some Radiant Life Gems, some Red Eye Orbs, and Azal's Staff. And that's pretty much all there is. Now to go get my souls, which of course are all the way up there. Why wouldn't they be? You know what? You can keep those souls. I'm so high level at this point that I don't need any more levels. I really don't. But there you have it. That's the first of 3 Lois Knights freed. Next time on Dark Souls 2, we will free the other 2 Lois Knights. See you guys next time. Take care, everyone.